Most value for money iPhone you can buy in 2024. And I know that iPhones aren't really known for being value for money, but this one changes everything. And let me tell you why. So first, let me give you a background of why this video is happening. So I've been using this for 6 months and I've been seeing a lot of videos of people suddenly talking about the iPhone 15 Plus, and rightly so, because this is an amazing phone. See, I tried switching to the iPhone 15 Pro, didn't like it, switched back. Tried switching to the iPhone 14 Pro Max, didn't like it, switched back. And that is what most of the people will do. See, this phone fits some criteria which is good enough for 90% of the people who are wanting to buy a modern new iPhone. Yes, there are some issues, but we'll get into depth of that. By the way, if you're new to the channel, I'm Jay and we just very chilly talk about tech. And if you like such kind of videos, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Anyways, let's start. First, I'll start with the design. See, the iPhone 15 Plus actually has a pretty good design. It looks modern. It looks just like the latest iPhones, except for obviously the third camera, right? And the colors here are actually very nice. I love the black one. It looks really nice and it has a matte back, so it feels more premium. And it's surprisingly light. So if you're coming from a Pro variant, this is going to feel so light. It's absolutely bonkers. And even with this lightness, this has the best battery in all of the 15 series. Yes, Pro Max included. This has the better battery than iPhone 15 Pro Max, and there are very big reasons for it, reasons you may wish weren't there, but nonetheless, this is a battery champ. Okay, anyways, that was all for the design. And yes, you get a little bit of thicker bezels when compared to the Pro variants of the phone, but I don't think it's something that most of the people will care about, right? Let's talk about the screen, because this is something very, very weird, very different, right? The screen here actually feels much smoother than your normal iPhone 60Hz screens, right? If you use the 14 and 15 Plus or 15, you're going to realize that there's a difference. I actually think, and this was suggested by some other major YouTuber, that the screen on the iPhone 15 Plus and the iPhone 15 are actually the same screens that the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max have, but there is a software lock on the refresh rate. If that is true, Apple, what are you doing, man? That's just wrong. Nonetheless, the screen is super fluid, super smooth, and going to the iPhone 15 Pro, iPhone 14 Pro Max, both these devices, and using this very minute difference you notice when you talk about the Pro Motion display. There's not a lot of major difference you can notice, so that's really, really good. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty of things I like about this phone, and then we'll talk about things I don't like about this phone, right? So the things I like about this phone after 6 months of using it is the battery. Like, I love the battery life. The battery life is absolutely bonkers. So if I charge it completely on one day, it will go on for the next 1.5 days easy, no sweat, right? With everything I do, video recording, watching videos, playing games, everything, this will last 1.5 days, which is absolutely bonkers. I switched to 15 Pro and instantly regretted it because of the battery life, right? And the weight. This is super light. It is very easy to use, right? It feels really comfortable in hand. So if you go to the 14 Pro Max, you're going to feel like it's a little bit uncomfortable compared to this one, because this has those curved edges which are really, really comfortable, right? Also, another thing is, for the money, right? In India, this can be easily bought for about 87,000, right? And for 87,000, I think this is a steal, because it gets most of the modern features. It actually has better camera quality than your iPhone 14 Pro Max and has a camera quality close to the iPhone 15 Pro. Obviously, the Pro has newer features. One of the major things is that it gets a lot of the Pro features, not the always on display, which is still very weird, but a lot of the Pro features, including, when you click a photo, the depth information is already saved. So you can convert any normal photo to portrait at any point of time. And this is only available in the 15 models, which is really great. Also, another thing is the Type-C. Yes, I know this is a USB 2.0. The speeds of transfer are very low, but I honestly don't know a lot of people who are going to transfer from their iPhone 15 Plus to hard disk and so on and so forth. However, right, the ease of having a Type-C port is really, really huge. Right now I'm using just one cable and one charger for everything, which is really great, and I really love that. Now let's go to what I don't like about this device, right? Because there are a few things. First, a lot of features are missing which shouldn't be missing, right? Apple is just charging you Apple tax. For example, always on display. They could have provided it. It was a user's choice, right? And with this phone having like a major battery, I don't think people need to worry about it. But then again, Apple has stopped that. Also, I do genuinely feel there's a software lock on the refresh rate because the screen feels so smooth, so very smooth. That's irritating to think that Apple must have done something sneaky like this just to get more money out of people, so I do not like that. Another thing which I do not like is somewhere it is too light to feel like a premium phone. So most of the times, when you think of a premium phone, that heft is kind of there. Here it's too light, so it kind of feels just too light and too light to be premium. So that's something, which is concerning. Other than that, the speaker quality compared to the Pro is a slightly lower, but I don't think that's a problem. The major place where I feel like Apple could have improved is the charging. Dude, the charging is damn slow. It is very irritating. Yes, you can use Apple fast chargers, but even then the charging compared to what Android is offering is pretty low. Nonetheless, this is a great phone, and I would 100% recommend this after 6 months of using it to anyone and everyone who's looking for a good iPhone. Don't go for the Pro variants, honestly, because see, you're going to lose out on the battery life. This thing is a crazy battery champ, and if you're like me who travels a lot, who does a lot of things while being remote, this is a champ, right? So yeah, that's all for today's video, guys. If you did like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.